Hey kids, this is Peri, Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic. I'm very, very happy to see you. And I don't know, have you noticed that every week it's like you'll see your friends go through obviously their own specific problems, but there'll be like a theme every week to the different challenges people face. And I've just stopped arguing with that and started noticing it. And one thing I've noticed as well is that there is kind of a way to predict what this week's theme or gestalt or Sturm und Drang or lots of other unpronounceable words will be. How do we do that? Glad you asked. We use, that's right, tarot cards, which in this case are in a Trader Joe's bag. So tarot cards they're fascinating. If you're really good, anything you use for divination, and divination means using an object to kind of illustrate the order of the universe you happen to find yourself in the middle of now. But tarot cards are interesting because they were put together over many, many years. One of the first decks is actually kind of a feminist, fabulous, romantic thing because it was a duke in Italy in the 15th century, in 1400s, and he commissioned a set of tarot cards to give to his wife for their 10th anniversary because it had been a love match, not an arranged marriage, but a love match, and she used to prove her wifeyhood by getting into armor and riding into battle right next to him. I think it's cool. So he gave her a pack of tarot cards. Many of the tarot cards also have to do with alchemical symbols. So they were with these arcane, sometimes very sexual, very meaningful symbols that evolved over the years. And I'm starting to fall asleep, so I think I'll just go ahead and use these. So the cards for this week, just kind of an overlaying, like what are we all going to be kind of going through one way or another? And, well, that's nice. We like that one. The star card. Star card is, this is a week, if you choose to, you can step into your most authentic and therefore cutest self. Your most authentic self is, you know how if you're in love, people always say like, oh, wow, you look so gorgeous. And you haven't done anything but fallen in love. But it brings out your truest self, your happiest, most aligned self. And the same thing is true with the star card. It brings out, it says that this is a time when there's a lot of support from frequencies and the powers that be, and pixies. We don't like to leave out pixies. For you to be your best self, for you to step into a spotlight that maybe in the past has scared you a tiny bit. We're all scared of our own greatness, right? The next card is the King of Pentacles. And he is a stern father figure. Pentacles or coins in the tarot represent earthiness, worldly success, worldly concerns, things to do with resources. So when you get the King of Pentacles, honestly, when I get this, if I'm reading for a client, I'm like, I think that guy you're dating probably has a little more money than you think. Not to be shallow, but so the King of Pentacles is somebody with power and wisdom and resources. Now, so there's going to be a lot of dealing with family issues this week. This is a great card. Can you see it? Probably not. There you go. So there's like a daughter and a father and a grandfather and especially two dogs. What that represents is that this might be a week when you're dealing with multi-generational family issues, multi-generational, people, and possibly dogs. Dogs actually represent the virtues of loyalty and faithfulness and pooping on the rug. Okay, maybe that's not a virtue. And the last two things this week. The Hierophant card means that this might be a week. Maybe you're Catholic, you're preparing for Easter. Maybe you're Jewish, you're preparing for Passover. Maybe you're a cargo cultist and you're preparing for World War II pilots to finally return. That's a really arcane reference. I'll explain it on my website. But cargo cultists are great. Anyway, so this has a lot to do with just dealing with tradition and dealing with the Hierophant card, dealing with maybe school issues, maybe or issues about like having to conform to a standard that you didn't come up with, but it would be in your best interest to conform to. So, and before we take our next caller, I'm just going to we did this a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to say 5 words, and I'm just going to ask you to see which word resonates with you. Not which one you like best, just which lands. And then after the show, if you go to my Facebook page, which is just Peri Lyons, or Peri Lyons, Skeptic for Smart People and Skeptics, Psychic for Skeptics and Smart People. I do know my own name. You'll see a sort of prediction and a description of the moment you're in. People have really found this to be uncannily weird, helpful, that's the word. Okay. So the first word is bell tower. The second word is snail. The third word is weather. I didn't say they were exciting. The fourth word is hyacinth. And the fifth word is dappled. Okay? All right, now we're going to take our first caller. And again, just so happy if you're watching this, it's not an accident. There's something here for you. And if you didn't get through this week, call back next week because, I love you, man. Okay. Hi, darling. Who's there?
Hi, it's Raylan.
Oh, hey, Raylan. Cool. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Yes, we love it there. What a great news. So is that R-A-E or R-A-Y?
Yes, it's R-A-E.
Cool. Oh, that's pretty. Cool.
Thank you.
And just tell me your birthday.
It's November 14th.
Oh, Scorpios. Love them.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you have well, I'm a Pisces, so we're the only ones who know how to handle you guys. Did you have a specific question, Dawn?
Love life always comes up, but I'm kind of at the point, I'm 51, and there hasn't been much action since the last heartbreak, so I've kind of resigned myself.
Don't give up! Don't give up! Don't give up!
Well,
I just like made my set fall down. Don't give up. I have 3 different friends who all met the loves of their life at respectively 54, 55, and 57. So
okay.
Don't give up. Really don't. And I can tell that actually you're the most fully beautiful you've ever been. It's just we have to talk back to our cultural conditioning that says, hey, middle-aged broads, you're invisible. We don't want you. Well, I told some of my younger clients that I was in a moment of weakness on my birthday. I'm like, I'm going to get a facelift. And they were like, no, please don't. Because they said, we really want and need role models to teach us how to be sexy and beautiful and own it after 50. I was like, well, that's not going to be me for 20 years. But kidding. But you've recently rediscovered a talent or a love, a passion of yours. What is it?
I don't know. I just feel so blah and useless these days. I basically just getting through a day is my talent right now. I consider it a success if I make it through a day. My energy levels are crazy low. I just kind of don't know where it goes from here. Maybe it's because finally I'm putting more effort into my work. But I can't think of what it is.
Your work is with people?
I'm kind of secluded. I work from home, and I do administrative work, auditing, and things like that. So I don't get in front of a lot of people. I don't get to speak to a lot of people.
You help people is what I think what I was getting is you help people get done what they need to get done, right? You're really good at that.
I mean, I do what I do, which is kind of a lone job. I mean, I take care of lease administration for a big commercial real estate company, so kind of a one-man show. But yeah, my work affects everything.
Yeah, it does. You're kind of, in the ancient Jewish tradition, there was a story about the fact that there are 33 people who hold the entire world up, and they never know who they are, and they don't get a lot of recognition. But it sounds like you're one of the 33. But there is something that lights you up, and I feel like in the last year, you had a brief encounter with it, something that makes you feel like you. Now, is it, this is a weird thing to say, so don't judge me, especially because aside from lipstick, I ain't got no makeup on. Something like dolls, dollhouses. Do you like things like that? Do you like crafts and crafts, nostalgic crafts? Is that something that you've done in the past or loved?
No, not really.
Well, good night.
I'm racking my brain here what it could be.
What did you do when you were a kid? When you were putting off doing something, what did you do? And while you're thinking about that, because I think it's too close to you to see. For instance, I had a dollhouse, which I would decorate in the worst possible style. I think my dolls they kept trying to run away from home until they realized they were in fact inanimate. But it was something I loved. I wasn't very good at it, but I loved it. Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And I know that there's something you love, that you're actually good at. So unlike me and my poor dolls. Sorry, having a little technical thing here. All right. There we go. Sorry. There. Ta-da!
I really feel like I've been so like all work and no play, and I don't even know anything anymore. Just
yes, but you do. That's something your fear tells you that. But you have something. Okay, just now, if you're putting off doing something, what do you do? Do you go to Pinterest? Do you, I don't know,
get on social media or watch TV, binge watch something, take a nap.
Okay. So
honestly, I'm so disappointed in myself.
Don't be, because these are clues. And what I'm trying to get at, well, I'm going to pick some cards here, but what I'm trying to get at here is, we're all so hard on ourselves, especially women. I'll tell you, binge watching proves that you have a fascination for narrative. You're interested in people's stories, that you have an attention span, which I would like to have. I'm saving up for one. Being on social media says the same thing. When I said before, people, I think you have a real talent for understanding people and for even working with them. But because you've been hurt in the past, I think it's scary for you to kind of explore that. But maybe just in the next couple of months, do something, maybe take take a folk dancing class. I don't know where that came from, but take some sort of class or do an activity that gets you out with people. Also, you know what? You have a dancing talent. You get music. You just do.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I do.
Yep.
You're right. And my dream, I wanted to, music and dance, that was what I lived for. But now I just live vicariously through my, granddaughter and daughter. So.
Oh, it's hard to believe you have a granddaughter. Okay, well, there's some good news here, because the justice card means that you're going to get the happiness you deserve somehow. You just have to take one tiny step towards it. Because when we take one tiny step towards what we want, the universe comes 99 steps towards us. Except for the part where I decided I wanted Ryan Gosling. That hasn't worked out. But aside from that, so justice means that you're really, whether you want to or not, you're going to start feeling more yourself and happier. I would start, maybe just take one dance class, one tiny one, okay? And there's also a guy coming into your life. You were married. I don't see you you're married a long time ago. There is a guy coming into your life, but he's somebody who's very active. So if you want to meet him, go dance, or I don't know, take a horseback riding class. What do people do? But I think for you, music and dance, and don't worry, every single person who's in that class is even more scared than you are. I took a salsa class when I first got divorced, and I was so bad. But but I met so many cool people, and I still suck at it, but at least now I suck with some authenticity. You know what? If you just walk out the door, there's some male attention waiting for you. This is very interesting. It's also saying that if you just sort of repeat the mantra of who's in charge of my life? I'm in charge of my life. I know this seems kind of crazy, but, we let other people and other people's expectations, whatever, we let so many other things dictate what we do and who we are. But it's your life and this great body. Well, your great body. Mine, I need to go to the gym, but it's your toy, and you can have fun. So take your toy out, go take a dancing class, because I swear, look at these cards, dude. Okay, look. That's like the happy ever after card. This is the knight in shining armor card. I mean, I got cards like this when I was in your position right before I met the guy I'm with now, which I'm not even going to tell you how old I was. I had been single for 4 years. I mean, I could not get arrested. And I was 20 pounds thinner. I was very blonde. Didn't work. But you're coming back into a time when you're just things is good. You are going to do well. Just get out a bit. And also you might want to volunteer a bit. And I don't know, girl. I got a really good feeling about you. And this is a great year for Scorpios. So the final card is the Chariot, which is a woman who is reclaiming her power. So that's what I want you. Take up baby steps. Don't put pressure on yourself. But you have a really nice year coming up. And by November, you're not even going to recognize yourself. And not just because of that tattoo. No, kidding. So, yeah, you're doing a great job being this wonderful person behind the scenes. Now it's time for you to get out from behind the scenes and give other people the gift of who you are. You're joyous, you're enthusiastic, you're cute. I think you're much prettier than you know. You make people laugh, you make people feel listened to. You're a very good listener. We need you. Go out there.
I have my health has kind of been on the forefront of my mind these days, because after 50 everything starts going to pot. So I'm dealing with some things, and I've gained some weight, and I don't feel like attractive anymore.
Do it.
So, yeah.
Do it anyway. If I waited till I was ready to say do a TV show or read for a celebrity, I would be under my couch whimpering like this. That's whimpering. Nobody's ever ready. Nobody ever feels good enough. You're gorgeous just as you are. Don't let that hold you back. So I'm going to take the next caller, but will you call back and tell me how you're doing, or go to my Facebook page, my website? Please?
Sure will.
Oh.
I will.
All right, sweetie.
I will.
You're going to be fine. And, all right. Bye, babe. Be good. That was fun. See, the best people are the hardest on themselves. The worst people think they're great. Go figure. Okay, who's our next caller? We have 5.5 minutes. Hi, darling. How are you?
Oh, good. My name is Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Where are you calling from?
Ottawa, Ontario.
Oh, love Ottawa. All my best friends in New York are from Ontario. Go figure. So how can first tell me your birthday.
My birthday?
Mm-hmm. It helps me tune in fast. Yeah. What is it?
May 12,
Oh,
1968.
Taurus. Oh, you're just a baby.
I'm 50.
You know, I'm going to say you're either only as old as you feel, or you're only as old as the person next to you in bed who you're feeling. And if he happens to be a 17-year-old acrobat, that's good. You're 17. So don't worry about age. Oh, I love Tauruses. So how can I help you today? We've got about 4 minutes. So.
Okay, well, general guidance would be helpful. I'm kind of
general guidance.
Yeah.
Do you have a faith? Do you go to church, or do you chant Buddhist things, or do you have any kind of faith? It's okay if you don't. I'm just asking. Faith.
Well, I do have faith in God. I do occasionally go to Mass at the St. Patrick's Basilica in Ottawa.
Awesome.
And it's always very nice.
Here's the reason I'm asking. You are being asked to take a step up and out of your comfort zone. We all have comfort zones that we stay in because we're scared, and we'll do it tomorrow. And hello, I do that too. But have some faith, which is the evidence of things unseen. Think about 1 or 2 things that would just make you happy. So what's off the top of your head? Go crazy. What would make you happy?
Well, I do have a connection with Archangel Michael, and to have a clear connection with him.
Oh, cool. Go into my website and I'll send you some of my personalized artwork about him. Yeah, me too. Yes, you do. So I would work with him. I would spend about 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. I'm happy to send you some free Archangel Michael artwork, or just print some out, and look at him and know that he is, he's the dude, man. So ask him to protect you against bad feelings, and think about some stuff you want and start asking for it, because I think you've been feeling stuck for a long time, but God doesn't want you stuck. What?
Yeah. I'm progressing little by little.
Well, yeah, and baby steps, it's all about baby steps. Do you have a gift with children or animals?
Yeah, animals. I do a bit of animal communication.
Oh, that's awesome. Would you come over here and tell my cat to get over himself? Yeah, you have a real gift with animals. That's something you might want to explore. One other thing I'm going to say, because there's a lot of opportunity after April 24th, a lot of unexpected opportunity is opening up for you, right? So start doing, what I like to do is do one thing a day that scares me. I mean, not like picking up tarantulas, but one thing I don't want to do that's out of my comfort zone. And the other thing I would do if I were you is start looking around. Maybe you can volunteer just with animals or children in your neighborhood, and that will take you to your next step. You have a whole new life ahead of you. What?
Yeah, I feel that. I feel a lot of shifting and changing going on, and I was looking at volunteering. Yeah, so I'll definitely look into that. I was thinking of the Humane Society.
Yes, they're much nicer than the Inhumane Society. Don't go there. All right, my love, let me know how you do. Work children and animals, volunteer work, and the last thing I'm going to do is say to yourself every morning, what would the happiest woman in the world do right now? And then do it, okay? And you're going to be fine. You've got a great rest of your year. So just baby steps, be patient with yourself, and know you're a gift, okay?
Thank you. It's lovely to talk to
you. You too. Call back soon. I really care. And go say hi on my Facebook page. All right, sweetie. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, New York City celebrity psychic. I'm Peri Lyons, and it's just been a pleasure. Thank you, guys. And you're just lovely. And remember, that uncomfortable feeling, that's actually really good because that's where we grow. So if you feel uncomfortable this week, just go through it and come out the other side triumphant. Yay!